welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today in this video, I'm going to share a detailed review about my Meteor 350. So let's continue. I'll give a detailed description about my bike, and I'll mention about all the specifications that is required for this bike. So let's continue now. So guys, mainly first, this tank consists of 15 liters. That is, fuel capacity is 15 liters, and then the front wheel over here you can see it is a 19-inch alloy, 19, 17, and 100 is the size of this tire. The broadness of it is 100. Okay, and when you come to the engine right over here, it consists of 349 cc, and these are the chrome cuts which is given, you can see. And this is the O2 sensor, that is the oxygen sensor, which is provided in this bike. And this has a new technology, that is Royal Enfield 5 technology over here. And when you come to the rear section, it consists of a 140 broad tire, which is 17 inch and 17 wide. So the broadness of it is 140. This part is 70, and the axial length of it is 17 inch. And this has a dual ABS, guys. You can see it consists of rear disc and a front disc over there. This disc size is 270 disc, whereas in the front over here, it is a 300 disc with dual channel ABS. And when you talk about the engine, guys, it consists of a single cylinder 4-stroke engine that is over here. It's air cooled engine. Obviously, there is no liquid cooler provided in this bike. And when you talk about the maximum power, it delivers a 20.4 PS at 6100 RPM, and the torque of it is 27 Nm, that is nanometer, at 4000 RPM. That's about this engine. And about the mileage, guys, my actual review, it gives me a mileage about 38 to 39 kilometers. And you can even see the split seat is provided in this model with the backrest over here. When you go for the Fireball variant, you will not have this backrest. You will just have these two seats. And when you come to the speedometer console over here, as you people know, it consists of 2 meters. There is the speedometer console, and there is the special meter which is provided by the Royal Enfield. It is called the RE Trip Navigation Meter. You can see when you turn it on, there is the navigation. It shows the animation built with Google, and the version is 7.0.5. This is the time, and this is the meter. And when you come out with the handle accessories, guys, you can see the 2 chrome mirrors are provided in it. And this console set over here, you can see this is the hazard light which is given. Like, I'll just turn it on and show it to you. When I turn this on, you can see 4 indicators, guys, that are turning on. You can see the indicator which is shown here, and in the bike also you can see. You can see both the indicators are turned on in the rear section and also in the front side. That is the hazard light. Few people also call it as the parking lights. And the ignition switch, guys, you can see how it is provided. It's provided in a round shape. This is the kill switch is in the off direction. When you get it here, it means it's turned on, and this to turn on the bike. Okay, that's it in the right side. When you come to the left side console, the same thing is done here. Round switch is provided. This is for the low beam, this is for the high beam. Whereas I push it this side, it's for the pass light, and this is normally for the indicator, as we all know, and this is the horn. So that's it about this meter. And about the seating position, guys, as you can see, this is how it looks, and the front footrest is here. So you'll have a leg angle like this, and the handle position is like this. People's height like around 5 feet, like 5, 4 to 6 can easily use this bike. They'll feel it very comfortable. You can see this is the riding angle. And people who sit behind the pavilion also, it will be the same. They'll have this backrest for a good support. This is the position you look. Right now I'll just show you a video on like riding this bike. You can see how it looks.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh.
And now, guys, finally, I'll just show the exhaust note, how my bike sounds. So let's do it now. You can see I've turned on the kill switch. Right now, let me start the bike. I'll just take my phone closer to the exhaust now. And one more thing, guys, that is about the key. You can see here the key which is provided by Royal Enfield right now. They have changed the design of it. It's made of brass, just like the other bike keys, but you can see they have changed the design. You can see how the design looks here. Whereas in the other bikes of Royal Enfield, this kind of key was not implemented. Right now in Meteor 350, they have upgraded and made this design. You get two keys, guys, with the bike. So you can see this is the computerized design. So that's it. This one key is only used for the ignition and locking the bike also, not like the classic where you have separate two keys. Right now, let me just show you the overall view of my bike as you are seeing right now in the video. And this bike consists of a center stand and a side stand both, which is a plus point since most of the bike nowadays will have only side stand. So this is how it looks, guys. And one more safety feature of this bike, guys, is that it has dual channel ABS, and when the side stand is out, the bike will not turn on. Only when you remove the side stand, the bike will turn on. And the chassis design is also new in this bike. That is, it has a dual chassis design. I'll show it to you. You can see here this one. It has a dual chassis design which is implemented in the Meteor 350. A single horn, but it's very powerful. And you get a skid plate, that is some guard over here. I'll install it soon in my future videos, and also a crash guard. So do comment below on which design crash guard shall I install in my Meteor 350. And when you come to the headlight, guys, you can see they use the original Royal Enfield halogen bulb over here. And this is the DRL which is turned on right now. I'll just turn it off. You can see it's turned off. And if I turn it on, it's turned on over here. And it has the same high beam and low beam, which is very powerful compared to the LED bulbs which we get nowadays in the bikes. I'll even show you the cinematic video which I taken while taking delivery of my bike.
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
And about the braking, guys, the braking is like too good in this bike because it has a dual channel ABS, and the master cylinder over here for the front brake is huge. It's almost like the Brembo Master Cylinder, which people install it in the aftermarket bikes. But this one is really cool. And clutch is also very smooth, guys, here. And the levers are huge, which will give you a proper comfort. And it's good for long rides, guys, as it is a cruiser. It's very much comfortable to ride. And you can see it has a huge chain sprocket, and the chain guard is the half chain guard, guys, which comes in most of the latest bikes right now. And it also has a dual gear lever, not a single gear lever. You can see it has the dual gear levers over here. And these are the side panels. This is the left side and right side. You can easily remove this with the help of a key. The left side one won't come out, but the right side will come out with the help of the key. And it has many fuses, guys, inside that. So in my next video I'll just show you on how to change the fuse of the bike if there is any problem in it. And one last thing left, guys, that is the sound of the horn. I'll even show you that. So it's pretty much loud. For further updates and details about my Meteor 350 and other bike, guys, so subscribe to my channel and stay tuned. And one more thing, guys, watch the whole video so that you understand everything about that particular video and bike. So do not skip the video. And when you see about the alloy wheels also, guys, this one, it's a nice design. The alloy design which is provided in my Meteor 350. You can get the diamond cut finish alloy wheels that is in the Supernova model. That is this part, guys, will have silver coatings or chrome cuts here. But I prefer to get this one. It's the same in the front and rear. I'll show you the rear wheel also. You can see it's pretty much dirty right now. And one more thing, guys, it's not very easy to maintain this stellar black variant, that is a matte black. It gets dirty very easily, so you will have to wash it regularly. And the suspension, guys, in the rear side you can see it consists of a twin suspension. One is over here and the other one is over here. There's no mono suspension provided in this bike. That is because Royal Enfield people, they want to maintain that same classic design of theirs, and that's the reason there is no oil cooler provided in this bike here. Like no oil cooler or liquid cooler is provided in most of the Royal Enfield bikes except the Interceptor 650. So here is the exhaust note of Meteor 350. So that's it, guys, for this video. I've showed you a detailed review about my Meteor 350 and a cinematic shot also. I hope you liked this video. If you have any doubts regarding this Meteor 350, do comment below and make sure I'll reply to your comments. And subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for my upcoming videos, guys. See you soon in my next video. Bye.